No mai, haere mai, ki whakatū. A very good afternoon to you all from the Trafalgar Centre in downtown Nelson, where round one of the 2024 Sal's NBL culminates with a home opener for the MBS Nelson Giants as they take on the Franklin Bulls. Kia ora, Hugh Bain in here alongside Phil Jones. And Phil, we start with the newest innovation from the NBL, the Sky Broadband Rapid League game. And we've seen a few of them this week already in round one. Giants got a win on Wednesday against the Canterbury Rams. What have you made of it so far?
Yeah, I think it's great. Great innovation for those bench players on all the teams that get an opportunity to come out here and showcase what they can do on the floor. And, 4 minutes of 4 quarters, high-intensity basketball up and down the court. It's rapid.
It certainly is. Let's have a look, shall we, at the Sky Broadband Rapid Ladder as round one comes to an end this Easter Sunday. The Nelson Giants out ahead, 34-21 win over the Canterbury Rams on Wednesday. We saw Nick Davidson work himself into a nice rhythm and had his career best game in the main Sal's NBL game later as well. And the Franklin Bulls, of course, their season debut. So the only team not to take the court yet in 2024. That changes in just a few minutes as we see the Bulls starting five: Harry Coker Gray, Helen Myler, Peyton Hughes, Brody Perry, and Liam Davis. Both teams, in terms of their full roster, pretty undermanned early in the season as they wait for players to arrive from overseas. And they're the MBS Nelson Giants wearing baby blue in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. James Matthews, Nick Davidson, Caleb Chamberlain, Aston Inwood, and Big Ernie Kerr start the Sky Broadband Rapid League game.
Number 14, Liam Davis. Number 24, Peyton Hughes. Number 38,
look at the head-to-head, and really the beauty of Rapid League, Phil, is a fair few unknowns out there early in the season. Some young players who haven't played on this stage getting their first chance, and none more so already than this young Franklin Bulls side.
Yeah, that's right. Like, I look at the Franklin Bulls team, and there's only really one person I know, and that's Brody Perry because of his hair. But I have seen him play basketball, and he's pretty good at it. And you look at the Giants side, they're all young guys that have sort of either come into the team this year or been here for maybe 1 or 2 seasons. So real opportunity for all of them.
Aston Inwood, the exception there, I guess, having played with the Saints a few games last year. As we see the referees, Brad Clive, Corey Hogg, and crew chief Sharon Martin for both the games today. And there's that hair of Brody Perry's. She'll flap its way around the Trafalgar Centre a lot this afternoon, I'm sure, this Easter Sunday.
Yeah, one of the things about the Rapid League is the shortened benches from each team, and all these guys get a really good run, and I think both teams are only carrying 1 sub, so it's going to be a pretty full-on game for those guys.
It certainly is, 1 sub each. Both teams missing a couple of older heads. No Isaac Davidson yet for the Bulls. Sam Dempster out for the Giants. Those two will either be playing Rapid League or pushing someone to the bench to play, as well as both teams missing 2 imports.
That's
not
right.
Yet in the country. So another 2 spots that would be filled by youngsters in the Rapid League. So careful for the coaches to manage minutes here in this game. Oh, I like that uniform from the Bulls. Bring a bit of lightning to the pinstripes.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
it's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, I think we're going to have a little bit of a chat about the uniforms at some point.
We always do, don't we? We always do.
Yeah.
And baby blue for the MBS Giants. Potentially a slight advantage. The 5 Giants players who played rapidly just a few days ago, Wednesday night, to tip the season off. They now have at least a little bit of experience on how it made them feel physically heading into the main game and how things worked. Some pretty exciting young players out there, New Zealand representatives, former college players, etc. We're about ready to get underway here at the Trafalgar Centre for the first time in 2024 and the first ever Rapid League game in this famous basketball arena.
A nice little crowd starting to come in here and watch these young guys run up and down the floor. Now, one player I'd like to mention got the late call-up is young Colin Williams from Waimea College. A late introduction to the team because Adam Barton is at home sick.
Colin Williams wearing number 41 on the bench for the Giants in this Rapid League game. We're about to get underway. The first Rapid League game ever in the Trafalgar Centre is underway, and it's Caleb Chamberlain who almost controlled the tip. Stripped away, and here come the Bulls. Peyton Hughes looks to get going. Drops it off to Liam Davis, but out of bounds he goes. And the Giants regain possession. Davidson had himself a night on Wednesday in both the games.
Yeah, Nick was very good in the Rapid League and also in the main game against the Rams.
Here's young James Matthews, New Zealand under-16 representative in 2 sports, finds Caleb Chamberlain who drains the 3 from the corner.
And nice possession there from the Giants. 2 feet in the paint, shear the ball, wide open 3, knocks it down.
Really in the season for a 2 feet in the paint. I thought I'd at least get 10 minutes into it before I heard it from you, but there we go. It's Harry Coker-Gray driving. Good defense that time from Nick Davison and Aston Inwood. And here they come the other way, Caleb Chamberlain, the dunk contest winner at the Westside Blitz. Wearing number 7 for the Giants. Keep an eye on him.
Yeah, he is super impressive when he gets in the open floor, and hopefully gets a couple of chances to get out there and show us what he can do.
James Matthews looking to get open. Here he is. Hands on the ball. Screen comes from Kerr. First corner is Matthews. Oh, loses possession. And up goes Nick Davison, almost keeps it in. The ball's possession from the baseline. Another nice wrinkle to the Rapid League, Phil, is that the assistant coaches take control. So Ben Sheep to our left, running it for the Giants today. And Joe Reddish, with clipboard in hand for the Bulls. So no extra experience for the assistants.
I imagine Mike Pritchard will find it hard to be quiet.
Here's Coker-Gray. They're working around to Brody Perry. He looks to drive on, nice spin on Caleb Chamberlain, who fouls him. So Brody Perry will head to the line to shoot 2. No timeouts allowed, apart from 1 player timeout per team.
And Chamberlain did a good job there. He slid across nicely and cut Perry off, and I think he just needed to stay nice and straight. And it was a shot block attempt, and came down on Perry's arm. Knocks the first free throw down. I love players that can shoot free throws. Hasn't been the best from some of the teams throughout the Sal's NBL and the Rapid League so far this year.
You've already noticed it, haven't you? You've already noticed it. Oh, Wellington Shane shot the free throws very well in the Sal's NBL game against the Tuatara. What a pass that was from Nick Davison. As Ernie Kerr's foul, trying to finish off the move. Hala Milo with the foul.
That was a great pass from Davison. Aston Inwood looked like he was standing in the way. Just threw it around him. Ernie Kerr, great hands. You see here, Aston standing there watching, and Ernie almost finishes that one.
Ernie Kerr from Haast originally, down the west coast. Beautiful part of the country.
Yeah, my free throw chat's probably put him under a bit of pressure.
There we go.
Knocks it down.
Came to Nelson via Rotorua boys high. A couple of RBHS players in the Franklin Bulls team as well. 3 former Rotorua boys players on display tonight. So 5-2, the early lead here for the Giants. Peyton Hughes looks to shrug James Matthews. Here's Harry Coker-Gray. Cohen Williams into the game. Late call up today. Oh, hello Male. Thought he might have been fouled there by a flying James Matthews. No whistle. Giants go the other way. Good pass. Aston Inwood into the lane. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Hala Mile was probably a little bit hard done by there, but Matthews did a good job of staying vertical and keeping his arms up. Probably what saved him from getting a foul. You see the Giants in transition going the other way. Aston Inwood gets himself to the foul line.
Former Nelson College student Aston Inwood, and then went to study at Victoria University in the capital city, and while there, managed to make a handful of appearances for the Wellington Saints. Returned home last year.
Did he feature in a under-23 championship team last year? I think up in Harbour, or he was possibly in the final. I'm not sure whether they won or they didn't. Ernie Kerr, great offensive rebound, and he puts it back in.
The Giants NBL team on the bench enjoyed that one as Harry Coker-Gray brings it up against James Matthews. Kerr with the hard show. A huge driving baseline. Cohen Williams playing some good defense on him. 6 seconds to go on the shot clock. Coker-Gray can't get the finish. Big rebound from Aston Inwood, and here comes Williams the other way. James Matthews, quick first step. Screen from Kerr. They go again through Matthews. Stops on a dime and banks it in.
James Matthews is doing a really good job. Second Rapid League game. He looks really confident out there, and this is where he excels on the defensive end. Just an absolute pest for all the other guards from the other teams.
Foul call on Ernie Kurt.
Yeah, just holding on to his player as he tried to roll to the basket. You see Nick Davidson checking back in for Aston Inwood.
Harry Coker, great. And a Brody Perry screen. Looked for the roll, couldn't find it. Oh, Ernie Kerr plays some good defense and comes up with the steal. Matthews puts on the Jets, takes some contact and is fouled.
And the Giants off to the foul line again.
It's fast, isn't it? I was at the game just from in the crowd as a spectator on Wednesday night down in Ōtautahi, Christchurch, and it was chaotic. As we see the GIN for the first time in 2024. Refreshed GIN, new costume. Matthews misses the first. Part of the Nelson under-17 team that won the national championships last year was James Matthews, and young enough to play in that same team this year in the upcoming nationals, should they qualify. He makes the second. Under a minute to go in this first quarter of the Rapid League. The Bulls with just 2 points in their name. Brody Perry looking to make it 4. Does just that with a good offensive board.
Giants just let that one slip by. No box out on Brody Perry. Takes advantage of it.
Matthews fires it back to Davidson. Kurt coming up to set the screen. And Davidson eventually uses. Trying to find a gap with defense with Perry. Cohen Williams for 3. Cohen the Wish Williams called into the squad today. Signed an amateur contract and gets his first points in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. What a day for the young man.
And up until about 3 months ago, he was left-handed, and he decided to change to shooting right-handed. How impressive is that?
And now he's 1 for 1 in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. And that will do us for the end of the first quarter. Just a minute between quarters. So if you're going to call the kettle, I hope you got a quick one. It's the Giants who have a 14-4 lead after 1 quarter of the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Phil, looking pretty good for it.
Yeah, I think the Giants have done a really good job both ends of the floor, particularly on the defensive end, just putting the Bulls under a bit of pressure, making it tough for the guards, not giving up too many offensive rebounds. Brody Perry snuck in there for once. But on the offensive end, also 2 feet in the paint, sharing the basketball, knocking down threes, and then getting to the foul line.
Well, what a way to spend Easter Sunday and get a South NBL steel combo. Half a slice of cheese, half a slice of famous pepperoni and 4 garlic knots. Use the online code there or the QR code on your screen. Great way to watch the basketball.
Great way. Could be a bit of us later on.
Could be, will be. Sky Broadband Rapid League. Debuting in the men's NBL in 2024. We saw it in Tauihi last year, Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. I know these youngsters enjoy it. There's Cohen Williams who hit his first 3 from the corner.
Talking to these young guys, they are fizzing for an opportunity to get out there on the floor, and this is a really good chance for all of them.
Davis turns the corner, Chamberlain fouls him, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Fake ball hand off there from Davison and gets into the paint. Davis gets into the paint, sorry. And Chamberlain just a little bit out of position. You know I'm going to say it, Hugh.
Lefty?
Love a lefty. knocks down the free throw.
A lefty who's made its free throws. Makes both of them, does Liam Davis, much to the delight of the man next to me. 14-6, the Giants lead. Nick Davison under some pressure from Harry Coker-Gray. Pokes it away, but Davison regathers. Pass up to Matthews, rejects the screen, fires it over to the corner to Williams. Davison driving, penetrating, getting fouled, and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, nice patience there by the Giants. Share the basketball. Colin Williams probably had an opportunity to shoot, but gave it up. Gave it to Nick Davison. Davison gets downhill and draws a foul and gets to the foul line.
Recently spent the season over in the United States. Playing college basketball with Nick Davison.
Pretty successful over there, I understand. And Mike Fitchett was very happy to see him back in Nelson and gave him an opportunity to game with the Giants.
Played just one game for the Giants last year.
Sponsored by ZDT.
Here come the Bulls. Davis driving, stopped. Good defense from Eddie Kerr. Here's Coker-Gray. He's looked lively early on. Waits for the screen from Milet. Hughes drops it into Milet. Good help from Kerr. Miley under the basket. Blocked from Kerr. And William and Matthews comes up with it, I should say.
Kerr, great job staying vertical.
The pass from Davison for Williams. Can he make one from the other corner? He can. The wish for 3.
Oh, Williams has got both corners covered so far this game. Well, a little bit overexcited after making a second 3 and picks up a foul, but Colin Williams making an impression on this game.
And Aston Edward coming back on.
You see Aston Edward subbing back in for Ernie Kerr.
Milet. Oh, foul. Kept going. Didn't hear the whistle. We saw that early in the Tuatara Saints game earlier. Roblo fired up. Did you see that?
He sure did. Milo just super aggressive after that foul. Love to see it.
Almost exactly the same play that we saw, minus the 6'11" tall black coming in super angry afterwards.
Yeah. Aston Inwood just not even worried about any contact.
This is the second. Caleb Chamberlain. Here comes Williams. Matthews. Nice pass. Colin Williams. James Matthews. M1 to the line.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did Colin Williams pass that through the Bulls defender's legs?
It looked like he wanted to throw a lob and then realised it was James Matthews at the end of it. So changed the pass to a bounce pass.
He probably did see James Matthews pointing at the rim. Matthews off to the foul line after making the two-pointer, and he knocks down a traditional three-point play.
Makes it 3 points.
Peyton Hughes coming back into the game as Halim Milet takes the break for the Bulls.
And Bulls just looking a little bit shell-shocked by the Giants here, I think.
We talked about the advantages that these Giants have had by playing a rapidly game. I think we're seeing it. It was pretty chaotic down in Christchurch. Super fast-paced game. Oh, Williams with the steal from behind. He looks pretty comfortable out there, doesn't he, young Cohen Williams?
He sure does.
Here he is trying to find a bit of space. Hands it off to Caleb Chamberlain. Looks at the hoop and then drives. Matthews finds Williams again, this time on the wing. Fakes the shot, drives into contact. Loses possession, and away come the Bulls. Harry Coker-Gray in the open court. Just James Matthews alongside him. And a nice finish with the left.
Nice finish. Glides to his left hand and lays it up. And then
Matthews pins his ears back. Good hand from Brody Gray. That's a judge to have come off the ball. So Giants possession as Unikura checks back into this game.
I think the interesting thing too for these young players that play in the Rapid League, it just gives them an understanding of the next level of physicality in the Sal's NBL compared to playing schoolboy basketball or club league basketball.
Matthews around the screen, 3 on the shot clock. They have to get the shot up. Good defense from Liam Davis, gets the block.
We get a shot clock violation. Really nice defense from the Bulls. Maybe we don't. We might be getting some time back, put back on the clock.
Okay, Sharon Martin just dealing with the clock crew.
0.5. That is enough for a catch and shoot without squaring up to the basket. They've got to basically catch it and let it go straight away.
Or throw a lob to Caleb Chamberlain.
Or that.
Let's see what they've drawn up. No coach interference allowed, of course. Chamberlain drives to the hoop, and that was the play that's stolen by Dante Matakatia. Travel as he bumps into Cohen Williams, takes one step too many. So another turnover from this young Bull side.
That man again, Cohen Williams, doing a great job just sliding his feet and causing Matakatia to take an extra step or two.
Another scene, big Sam Timmins in the background there, getting ready to make his Franklin Bulls debut.
Inwood slipping there on the floor.
Actually, I say it's Franklin Bulls debut as Cohen Williams is blocked, gets his own rebound and puts it in. Sam Timmins, of course, played for the Franklin Bulls in 2020 at the Showdown.
He did, yeah.
Nice steal from Aston Inwood, looking for Ernie Kerr, but Brody Perry read it nicely and steals it right back. Well, Inwood again there. Davis going at Kerr. Kerr commits the foul.
Davis just nice little crossover getting to his left hand and caught Ernie on the hop, and Ernie Kerr catches his second foul, I believe.
Second foul for Ernie Kerr, correct.
Davis knocks his first one down.
.43 is the highest score so far in Rapid League this season, Phil.
Okay, well, the Giants are making a pretty good nudge towards that at the moment.
They are so far, 24 with a minute to go in the first half. Matthews, good pass, Inwood in the corner. Matthews stayed there and got the rebound, and the Giants will have a second chance opportunity here. He drives at Perry and finishes off the glass. James Matthews for two.
Lovely finish by Matthews.
And there's the player timeout called by the Franklin Bulls. Harry Coker, great. 40 seconds to go in this first half. Wants to talk it over with his teammates.
And something that was added to the Sal's NBL last season was the player timeouts. And for those of you that aren't aware of what happens, players have the opportunity to call a timeout, and then they have one per half. And they have the opportunity to set up a play, and I've got 30 seconds.
30-second timeout.
Yep.
Ball gets advanced, and coaches are not allowed to be part of it. I believe it was introduced 2 years ago. 2022, top of my head. Harry Coker looks to find a bit of space. 6 on the shot clock for this Bull side. Peyton Hughes, Cohen Williams in front of him, gets up the contested three. And Caleb Chamberlain comes up with it. So a 3-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock for the Giants. Inwood, oh, nice backdoor cut from Chamberlain. He gets up high, throws it down with 2 hands. Are you kidding me? Caleb Chamberlain.
That was crazy. That will be the dunk of the year.
Holy!
We got to see that again. That was possibly one of the best dunks I've ever seen in the Trafalgar Centre. Here we go.
The backdoor cut.
And he just took off. He got a little boost from that Bulls player.
Peyton Hughes giving him the inadvertent boost, and Caleb Chamberlain did the rest. Let's see it again. It is Easter after all. My word, Caleb Chamberlain. Wow, some early fireworks here on Easter Sunday at the Trafalgar Centre in the Sky Broadband Rapid League game. 28-11 at halftime here between the Giants and the Bulls.
And that's why the Sal's NBL is rated E. That was exceptionally good.
It certainly was. Let's have a look, shall we, at the halftime stats. I'm still recovering thanks to Chemist Warehouse. James Matthews, Cohen Williams leading the way with 8 points apiece. Caleb Chamberlain with 5, 2 of the loudest points we've seen in a while. And he leads the rebounding ways. Well, the Bulls getting out-rebounded. Brodie Perry with the only rebound for the Franklin Bulls.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that before. In 8 minutes of basketball, the other teams only had 1 rebound.
And 0 assists for the Franklin Bulls in that first half, in those first 8 minutes. So plenty to work on for the young Bulls team.
You know, the Giants were super impressive in that first half. You know, obviously the second, as we mentioned earlier, their second Rapid League game, so they're feeling a little bit comfortable, probably more comfortable on the floor than the Bulls are, and that's kind of showing in the scoreline right now.
Ed doing some work out there. He's eerily close to us, actually. See, works that abdomen.
Good to see him getting some interaction with the crowd.
The 28-11. It's a quick half-time, remember, in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Just 2 minutes.
28-11. The game.
And they're still talking about it now, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they might be talking about that dunk for a very long time.
And 8 minutes of basketball to come. And the first Rapid game. And Johnson at the hanger.
Third quarter about to get underway. Here's Davidson. I'm looking to run that play for Ernie Kerr. We saw it earlier. That time the Bulls were a little bit more prepared for it. Kick ball to cause it. Nope, turnover. Wet floor will be Bulls possession.
I think Cohen Williams just trying to set a screen on Male there is slightly undersized, and when it comes to Male just managed to get around and play some good D on Ernie Kerr, forcing the turnover.
Here is Male coming the other way. Kerr trying to get in front of him. Does so and gets the block. Male will go again though. Again he's going to go to work on Ernie Kerr. Loses possession, falls over, out of bounds. Giants possession. Great recovery from Ernie Kerr.
He's rather a strong man, Ernie Kerr, just standing his ground.
(28-11). Early in the third here. I think Davison almost lost possession but manages to keep it. Here's James Matthews around a Kerr screen. Davison sees a bit of a gap, drives and finishes nicely.
A slicing move to the basket there. Davidson saw the gap and it's all the way to the rim and finishes.
Well, they're making it hard for the Franklin Bulls to bring the ball up the court at the moment. This young Nelson Giants Rapid League side. Coca Gray trying to find a bit of space. Matakatia in the corner for 3. Down it goes.
Matakatia out of Mount Albert Grammar in Auckland.
Plays basketball for Jared Cartwright, former teammate of yours. There's Cohen Williams, fires a beautiful pass to Nick Davidson in the corner. Kerr with the offensive rebound. He's fouled on the floor.
And having coached Cohen Williams for a number of years now, that is one of his strengths. He is an exceptional passer of the basketball, and he delivers the ball straight to the shooting pocket, as you saw there.
Matthews trying to find a bit of space. Oh, good help defense from Dante Matakatia. Blocks it out of bounds.
The Giants have 5 seconds on the shot clock to get something up.
Davidson working on Perry. Can't get it to go. Perry with the offensive, defensive rebound after some good defense. Here comes Mile the other way. Kerr waiting for him again. This time the Euro step. And the finish from Hala Mile.
A lovely finish by Mile there.
30-16. Rocket of a pass from Chamberlain over to Davidson. Drops it off to Kerr. With his preferred left, and he gets to the drop, Ernie Kerr.
A nice find by Davidson and Ernie Kerr. Great little finish around the basket. Ooh, tough little call there. James Matthews, just a little reach, but managed to get the basketball. And Corey Hogg right there on Johnny on the spot and picks him up for a foul.
With Aston Inwood coming back on for the Giants.
Ernie Kerr takes the seat. Aston Inwood back into this game. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter here. Milo looks to go to work on Inwood. Had a great defensive preseason, did Essendon. We're down on the west side blitz, Phil.
He sure did. No, I think he just got called for a foot violation there. Looked like he got the ball with his hands, but managed to kick it out of Milo's hands instead.
Caleb Chamberlain with a good defense there, and a turnover again from the Bulls. Coker great, putting a bit of pressure on James Matthews. Eventually gets his hands on the ball. 32-16, the Giants lead just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter of the Sky Broadband Rapid League game. The main event coming up at 6:30. Chamberlain steps into a three, contested one. Can't get it to go.
I like that offense by the Giants. Chamberlain coming off being positive and looking at the basket.
Myler again trying to run downhill. Loses possession, regains it, loses it. Giants ball. Another man we forgot to mention, not here for the Bulls at the moment, Dominique Kelman-Poto. Overseas for the All Blacks 3x3 side. So certainly undermanned both these two teams a little bit later on, and therefore in this game as well, as Davison gets a nice finish. 10 points away from setting a new Rapid League record are the Giants. Coker Gray driving at Matthews up with the left. Davison with the rebound. Looks to hand it off to Inwood. Matthews cleans it up, and here is Inwood. Chamberlain in the corner. Stepping through. Too strong on the finish, and then a foul.
Chamberlain did all the hard work, got all the way to the basket, and then just a little bit strong. I think possibly did he pick up a frustration foul there, or that might have been Aston Inwood.
All the points count, of course. Every basket counts in 2024 as the Rapid League for and against goes towards the Sal's NBL ladder as well. The greatest example of that is Wednesday night. The Giants losing the NBL game to the Rams, but they won the Rapid League game by enough to still have a positive points differential on the table. So the importance of this is not lost on the coaches. They'll look for every point they can in both games in 2024. Matthews driving up with the left, gets it to go. And what that does, Phil, is eradicate one of my biggest bugbears in basketball. Dribbling out the clock at the end of a game. No whistle. James Matthews hits the floor pretty hard. Matakatia looking to get something going, gets Inwood to bite, and that's a nice step through and finish from Dante Matakatia. Player timeout called just in time by the Giants.
James Matthews hitting the floor hard there. He's probably one of the toughest characters on the floor at the moment. He won't be too worried about that. He'll get up, keep going.
I've taken it back to 0.5, half a second.
You're going to see 0.5 on the clock, I think.
Giants get to advance due to the player timeout. So they look for another lob to Caleb Chamberlain or catch and shoot opportunity. We shall see. .7 on the clock, it is. Inwood looking to get open. Turn around. Can't get it to go, Aston Inwood. 3 quarters done here in the Sky Broadband Rapid League game between the Giants and the Bulls. 36-18, a lead to the home side. James Matthews leading all scorers with 10 points.
Yeah, he's going well, James. Both ends of the floor. He's putting a lot of pressure up the court on defense, and being a real sort of steadier of the ship for the Giants on the offensive end, coming up with a few loose passes and managed to make the most of it and get to the basket and get to the rim, make a few layups. We see him there on the picture. He looks pretty gassed, to be fair.
With 4 minutes of play left to go in the rapid lead, for those who have just joined us, it is a new innovation.
And that's the balancing act, I guess, for the coaches. James Matthews not expected to play too much of a part in the Sal's NBL game, so they're happy to let him run and run for 16 minutes. Conversely, Nick Davidson will have to play some minutes in the Sal's NBL game, so he's taken the seat a couple of times to make sure he's not too puffed by the time tip-off comes in the Sal's NBL game.
Yeah, it's a tough one to manage when you've got only 6 players and you've got they're playing for 16 minutes, and then and not including any warm-up for this game, and then they've got a warm-up for the next game, and they're young, they're fit, they'll be able to handle it. I'm glad I'm not playing.
The interesting part will be when the likes of Sam Dempster and the Giants have a couple of imports still to arrive, of course, so perhaps Tom Ingham as well end up playing a bit of rapidly, both in their 30s.
Yeah, but there'll be possibly 8 people sitting on in total, so 3 guys on the bench, so I'll get a bit of a
7
rest.
max, the rules are.
7
so
max,
it's 12.
okay.
You can only use your 12-man roster, and of course your starting 5 can't play. But Katia raises high but can't finish. Matthews has got Williams to his left, drops it back for Chamberlain stepping through, and that is a smart finish, but it doesn't drop. He's fouled though, go line to shoot 2.
I half expected the Bulls players to run out of the keyhole when Caleb Chamberlain caught that basketball.
He used those long legs of him to stride through a couple of defenders. He makes his first free throw. Ethan Raspach warming up in the background. He will be making his Frankton Bulls debut, and what an exciting signing that is for Bulls fans. Makes them both, does Caleb Chamberlain.
I see the Bulls import there as well. Has recently arrived last night.
Luke Mohammed, yep, from Finland. He's American, but he's been playing in Finland. Nice drive from Harrison Coker Gray, and the finish too.
Harrison Coker Gray. First 2 on the Bulls for Bulls.
Davidson. Driving, probing, good hand from Coker Gray, and almost comes up with the steal. Williams drops it back to Kerr. Long 2 from Ernie Kerr. Doesn't go, but the Giants will go again. Nick Davidson with the offensive board. Kerr with the screen. Matthews for 3. That goes down. James Matthews, 13 points in this one.
James Matthews on a heater at the moment. Feeling good out there.
Remember, there's $10,000 on the line. Prize money for the winning Rapid League team at the end of the season.
Matakatia trying to hit Miley on the roll, but Miley decided to stop rolling.
Brody Perry coming on for the Bulls.
Davidson has passed the Kerr screen at midcourt. Crossover, stolen by Coker Gray. Surveys ahead, he's got Davidson ahead of him. Jumped early. Oh, Caleb Chamberlain came in and plucked it out the air.
Caught that. A nice hustle by Chamberlain after turning it over at one end. Gets back and comes up with a steal.
Davidson drive and drops it off to a cutting Chamberlain. Great pass, Cohen Williams from the corner. That one doesn't go. And a great box out from Brody Perry, and he actually earns a foul as well off Caleb Chamberlain.
It looks like the Giants are running a little bit of a rotation with Aston Inwood and Nick Davidson at the moment. Those two seem to be coming in and out of the game for each other quite often.
Well, those are the two we expect probably to see a little bit of in the, or the most of anyway, out of these players in the Sal's NBL game. Screen from Milet. Hard show from Ernie Kerr. Great pass from Coker Gray to Brody Perry. Oh, Inwood and Kerr fighting for the rebound. Inwood comes down with it under 2 minutes to go in this one. A 21-point lead to the Giants. And they're just 3 points away from setting a new Rapid League record in the Sal's NBL. The Sky Broadband Rapid League, I should say. Inwood, nice finish from Aston Inwood with his offhand.
Cohen Williams, sneaky. Has a nose for the ball and almost come up with another possession for the Giants. And good to see him making the most of his opportunity with Adam Barton not being able to play.
Coca Gray to a rolling Milet. Good defense from Inwood. The Giants almost certain to be the highest scoring Rapid League game so far, as Ernie Kerr can't get that one to go. Myler goes the other way. Inwood trying to stay in front of him. Nice step from Myler. Oh, a bit of block from Inwood. And here go the Giants the other way. Matthews trying to get through the gap. Gets fouled. Gets it to go. James Matthews with a heads-up play. And he'll go to the line for one more.
James Matthews. Really making an impression on this one.
Still in year 12 at Nelson College is young James Matthews.
You see here, head down, takes the contact and finishes nicely off the backboard.
Went to the FIBA Under-16 World Cup last year with New Zealand, and has also played baseball for New Zealand at Under-16 level.
In the wider squad for the Under-17 NZ squad this year. Trials coming up in a few weeks.
Won a national championship last year with Nelson Under-17 team, and has a 4.0 grade point average, so he has got a pretty bright future ahead of him, young James Matthews.
Yeah, there wouldn't be too many basketballers out there or sports people out there that work as hard as James.
And he'll be a key part of the Nelson College team that'll look to do some damage at the secondary school nationals later this year, as Coca Gray is called for a travel. So 34 seconds to go. Aston Inwood looks to push the pace. Coach Ben Sheet saying, more points, please. Chamberlain will look to hand it off to Inwood. 7 on the shot clock as Matthews finds Williams. Catch and shoot. That one's short. Ernie Kerr trying to get the offensive ball. Myler gets the defensive one, though. Oh, an errant pass there from Peyton Hughes. And there's 4 seconds to go. They want one more bucket to this Rapid League Giant side. Matthews, turnaround jumper for 3. Down it goes. James Matthews with the last say. As the Giants see off the Franklin Bulls in this Sky Broadband Rapid League game. 48 points to 20. And what a game for James Matthews. 18 points. And here we see the last play, Phil.
Yeah, lovely little drive and then turn around and spin. And you know, sometimes when you just have to shoot it, it's the best time. And he showed there, just knocks it down.
So 48-20, the Giants see off the Bulls in the Sky Broadband Rapid League game. We can have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats of the game, and it's James Matthews leading the way. 18 points. What a game from the young Nelson College student. 4 rebounds as well. Of course, the game will be remembered for one of the great dunks in the Trafalgar Centre, which is saying something. This from Caleb Chamberlain. Ernie Kerr 4 blocks, and great defense played by him, and Aston Inwood for that. And Cohen Williams, a late caller, playing his first bit of action for the Giants at any level. And there is young James Matthews, 16 years old, year 12. What a game. Well, stick with us. There's some 2023 highlights from the South NBL coming up in the break. And then at 5:30, the MBS Nelson Giants take on the Franklin Bulls in the South NBL, the final game of round 1 in 2024. We look forward to your company then here at the Trafalgar Centre on Sky Sport.